See what Olusegun Obasanjo has said to the governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, regarding what is going on in his state. Remember, Obasanjo is also from Ogun State. Dapo Abiodun happens to be the serving governor at this point in time. Olusegun Obasanjo has, made some suggestions and has advised him accordingly as a former president based on some of the things he's saying. Okay, Olusegun Obasanjo has advised appropriately, saying, this is what you should do. This is what you should be doing to make your governance a better one, to make things go well. Because currently, right now, as we speak, Ogun State also needs some support here and there, and so Dapo Abiodun is involved in housing policy. This is what will support the people in the area and assist them here and there. And Olusegun Obasanjo is giving his own advice based on this, is also lending his voice based on these policies. Yes, so please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Obasanjo advised Ogun State Governor on housing estate policy. Olusegun Obasanjo, former president of Nigeria, is quoted as saying that the state government housing scheme, particularly the King's Court Estate Phase 1, recently inaugurated by President Muhammadu Buhari, has a notable achievement. Any estate The estate, he said, was built to a standard that promotes environmental synergy, economic development, and mobilization of private investment in the state, and encouraged the governor to ensure that people who deserve hardworking civilians should be able to get into this scheme, to get them into their property. This will go a long way to speak for Dapo's administration. The former president encouraged him to do right by the people. Leaving a legacy is more important than acquiring wealth just for yourself and amassing things that will just be for you and not for the people. Leaving words, leaving mark that could outlive you and your administration is a good way to serve the people. Ogun State is in dying need of more development, and rising up to give this kind of development, to assist and to support, is the way to go. Is the way to go. And I commend the governor for the initiative of bringing about this housing scheme. It is something that should be emanated by other people. So this is what is happening. This is what is going on. Dapo Abiodun has started a good policy, and this is what is going on. And Olusegun Obasanjo has commended him for the work he has done and has said, I think this should continue. I think you should, you should continue with this thing, and you should, you should encourage, and those who deserve it should get into the scheme and get into the work, and get property, which is a very good one. Okay, which is a very good one. Those who are deserving, those who have worked should get this. So this is what is happening right now. And Olusegun Obasanjo has commented and has also congratulated former the former has also commented the governor's efforts in ensuring that Ogun State, gets this housing. In those days, they used to do, the government used to bring about policies. For instance, in Lagos, that 1004 building, that was what was built for, workers, in those days. But now we don't do such. All we do is acquire these things, and we ourselves, we go and buy it. I'm talking about the government too. They will say they are doing this for people, and they would have bought half of the property. Okay, then they put the price so high that the common man cannot buy it. The price they will put it for is the price they get for, for 1 year. It's because there are no regulations. Is what they get for 1 month's salary. Is what they would tell a man who is working hard to pay throughout his lifelong working years You see, so when you look at it, there are real issues that we need. First of all, we need to get the country, we need to get system, we need to get things in place before we can start, doing some of these things. For instance, what is the policy? How come only one person can own over 100 building? Yeah, you don't know. Please investigate and find out for yourself, because real estate is the real thing. But is that all? Why are we acquiring this so much wealth for me, myself, and we don't pay attention to other people? We are not the only one in the society. There are the less privileged as well. There are those who can, hardly fend or feed themselves. And it is the government responsibility to see to it that everyone is duly looked after, that everyone is duly protected, and everyone, can go about, their business and be happy. But what do we have today? Reverse is the case. We have a government that do not care about what goes on with Nigerians. They don't care what goes on, with, and all they do is just for themselves. This is terrible. But sadly, these are things that are going on today. These are things that are happening before our very own eyes. These are things that are happening, you see. So whether you like it or not, there is reason why everybody must continue to speak out. He has done a good thing. Thank God he has built this housing scheme. But what is the system in place to put a check? What is the system in place if somebody notices an abnormality, to blow the whistle, to say something is not right here? What system do we have in place? So these are some of the things we should pay attention to, look out for, to ensure that, the less privileged are not cheated out, and everybody is part of the government. Because honestly, those that are elected into office are elected in to support the people, not to lord it over the people, amass wealth for themselves, and leave out the core duty of responsibility, okay, in giving administration and ensuring that things are done decently and in order. Nigeria, we don't have things in place. For instance, what is the provision for children? What is the provision for less privilege? What is the provision for low income earners in our society? What things do we have in place to ensure that the gap between the wide and the rich, is not so much, so that everybody, people do not feel out of a system. Everybody is included. Everybody is part of the administration, and everybody is loved, is wanted, and we are moving together as a people. To a large extent, there are responsibilities for government. Leave us a comment. God bless you. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.